here in Brookhaven. For those who don't know, I can get several houses in the game. There are literally many houses on the right that I can take, but there is a problem. If I take houses like this one, I can't add new floors because it's impossible. But today, I want to test several ways to do this, and I will also test several house secrets with my friend. He just arrived here, and he said, let's go. I want to see how to get multiple floors in the house. So let's do it now. And for that, I'll have to get my vehicle, which is not a good vehicle. Actually, this is the weirdest one of all, because the way I drive this is very strange. So I'm arriving here in front, and this vehicle moves in a very weird way because it doesn't use fuel or energy. In fact, I move it with my feet. But guys, my two friends are right here in front, and he said, I am literally a house. And that's true, he turned into a house. But this friend of mine is laughing because this is really weird. I don't know why he turned into a house, and it doesn't make much sense. But now he is crying here, and he went back to his house, and there is literally a house inside another house in Roblox. And it's simply a house with a house. He said, why did he turn into a house? Look, I don't know either, but that was really weird. And now he is going back to his house, and this is the richest player of all. He simply has a lot of money, so much that he jumped here into the Roblox pool. But guys, I want to see why the player is crying. I said, are you crying? And he shouldn't cry in Roblox, and I don't know why he is doing this. He said, houses don't cry, and that was kind of weird. But now, I want to test several house secrets in Brookhaven, and I want to test how to add floors and also secrets never seen before. So first, I'll have to get a house in the game, which unfortunately will have to be far from my friends because there are already houses there. But that player took my car, and now he is coming back here, and this is the weirdest car of all. But now, I got this house, and for those who don't know what house this is, it's exactly like this, but it has a never before seen secret, and for that, I'm going to need a plane. He said, and how do you add floors? So we are going to test that today. But before that, I want to test the secrets because they are very important. I said, we're going to test everything today, the biggest house secrets, and also how to add floors. I'm going to do all of that today. But guys, my friend just left here, and apparently, he is coming right in front, but I don't understand why he is coming here as fast as he can in this direction. And here, for those who don't know, we have the airplane base, where the planes stay inside, but I don't know how my friend is going to get in here. But he is crawling, and he still can't do it, so I'll have to help him because he is struggling. Now I have to go get him here. Perfect, he is right here. And now I have to take him to the airport so he can properly get the plane. Perfect, he is going ahead. And for those who don't know, first he has to get this card, and now he has to go back here, go down, and get the hidden plane. Perfect, he got in, and now I have to come to the front to get the plane with him. Now I arrive here, but he is the one who is going to fly this, and he basically has to go to the edge of the map. I said, go to the edge of the map, and he has to run out of here and go to the edge of the map because it's going to be very important. Perfect, he is running over there, heading in that direction because this is one of the biggest house secrets specifically for this house, and today I'm going to test several secrets including how to add floors. And now my friend is here, and I literally don't know where we are. I said, go under the house, and he has to go under my house to test something, and apparently he is trying to figure out where my house is, and he just found it. And for those who don't know, up here is my house, but actually he just made a mistake. I said, it's another house, and he got it wrong in Roblox. So he is coming to the front now, and he just arrived here, and right here we have my house, and if you press this button up here, we have the pool, and if I activate this thing will appear in front. And it literally appeared because I activated this pool. Because if I deactivate this pool, this statue disappears from here and simply goes back up. In other words, I just unlocked a completely secret location in the game. So much so that my friend arrived here, and this is really weird, but he went back there, and it looks like he got a flashlight to light up this place. He said, put lights, let's throw the best party ever. And guys, that's true, we can do that, but I can also enter secret locations because in this box we have the bank, which is actually very different. I can enter several secret locations. I can even enter another player's house in Roblox, who also got exactly this statue. But here on the right, I'm going to grab this item, and then I'm going to get this light, and I'm going to start placing several lights here, just like this. Because if I do that, there will be a really cool effect in my house. But there's a problem. My friend will have to go back up, but I don't know how he's going to do that, especially since I can teleport here on the right, and meanwhile, he can't do that. But he just arrived here, and he said, who said I can't teleport? And he just teleported in the game. He actually managed to do it. But now it's full of lights here, and for those who don't know, if I come up here, there is a really cool effect that happens in the pool because it gets filled with lights in a really cool way, as if a party was actually happening. So much so that my friend arrived here to enjoy the party. But this is really weird, and for those who don't know, if I deactivate this pool button, basically everything that disappears from the pool simply vanishes, but the items remain down here, which is really weird because I thought the items would be removed. And guys, it looks like my friend is stuck down here, and he can't get out of this pool unless I activate the pool again so he can come back up. Perfect, he came back up, and he is finally back. He said, I thought it was my end. Really? But it wasn't. So now, I want to test several ways to add new floors to the house because there are actually several ways. But there's a problem. The police officer came here, and apparently, he came to the front of our house to say something. He just arrived right here, and I want to see what he has to say. He said, lights are prohibited. You will be fined. Look, actually, I won't. He is simply writing something down, but he is going to be banned because I don't want this. Perfect. He was banned from here and will never come back to this house. But guys, I'm going to take his car for myself because this is going to be very important. Perfect. I left his car right here, and he won't be able to get this car back. Even if he teleports, he won't be able to take the car, especially because this car is on my property, and he is banned from my house. In other words, he won't be coming back here anytime soon. So much so that my friend arrived here, and he went back outside, laughing at the player, especially because he tried to find me so I would lose a lot of money. But that's not what happened. He just lost his car. He said, I don't care. You two are noobs. And that's weird. But now, he went back there, and suddenly, he started running as if nothing had happened. But in reality, he hid back there behind this tree in Roblox. And he thought I wouldn't notice, but I already saw it, and I can see that he is disguised and hiding. And now he grabbed these binoculars to observe everything that's happening. And I don't know why he did that. I really don't. But my friend is looking here, and he said he is waiting for us to switch houses, and then he will come and arrest us. Look, but that's not what's going to happen. So I'm going to return his car because I'm not evil. Perfect. I just picked him up, and I'm taking him for a ride. He said, you are under arrest. Put your hands up. Look, actually, I'm not going to do that. And just to make him really mad, I'm coming back here, and I want to test how to have multiple floors in the house. But first, I'm going to make this player fly. So I'm arriving here, and now I made him fly away, and I went back to my house. And my friend is right here, and he said, how do you add floors? Look, there are several ways to do that. You can add new rooms, new floors, and there are 3 ways to do it. I'm going to test all the ways now, but first, I have to get a ladder on the right because I need to climb all the way up. But it's going to be difficult because this is very high. But my friend is coming here, and he just climbed the ladder. And that was actually pretty smart. I hadn't thought about climbing the stairs, but he can't open this. So I have to come here to help him in Roblox. Perfect. I'm climbing up here, and I'm going to press this button to open this door. And now I have to come up here. Perfect. I just arrived, and I think my friend will also be able to get here. You can see that he is almost climbing up, but he is also almost falling. Actually, he is asking for help because he is about to fall here. So I'm going to help him. Here on the right, I'm going to grab a television, and I placed it right here so he can watch TV. And I'm sure he is very happy. He said, no, I want to climb up. Okay, I'll help him then. And I'm holding him, and now he finally climbed up, and everything worked out. But for those who don't know, here on the right, I have to go down here and get exactly this wall. And there are several ways to add floors to the house. There are 3 ways. And this is the simplest way of all because there will be ways that are much better. He said, start. I want a new house just for me. Guys, he wants me to build a house just for him on top of my house. And that's a good idea. So I'm going to try to do that. But I want to add a different detail. The first floor of my house is very big, while the second floor is a bit small and slightly smaller than the first floor. So the third floor has to be even smaller, and it will be right here. I'm going to start placing several walls. Perfect. I just did that, and you can see that it looks perfect. Actually, not really, because a lot of things are missing. But now, that friend of mine is going right over there, and I don't know what he is doing, but I think he is getting the plane just to see what I'm doing. And you can see that he got stuck. I don't know how he managed to do that, but he somehow trapped his plane in Roblox, and now his plane crashed. And that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But now, he grabbed this other plane, and finally, it worked after many attempts, and he finally managed to do it. But now, you can see that he is coming back here, but I don't think he is going to help me. He is just going to watch me do this secret. But here on the right, I have to climb up here and get a door. And this door will go right here, and I have to place it on both sides. And perfect. This is starting to look really interesting. It really looks like a real house, and it looks like a new floor, especially because the first floor is like this, the second one is like that, and the third floor is this one, but the roof is missing. And my friend said, how are you going to make the roof? Look, what I'm going to do now is the simplest way to make a new floor in the house. So for this method, I'm also going to use very simple solutions. Here on the right, I have to grab the beach items, which include this mat, and it's going to be very important for this because you can see that it's really big. In other words, I can place it up here to make the roof of the house. But my friend doesn't want to help me do this. He could come down here to help me, but it looks like he is actually coming down. And that's really good. But actually, he is staying up there and parked his plane right here. And I don't know what he is doing. He said, I made a shade for you so you won't be in the sun. And he really doesn't want to help me. But I'm going to place this ladder here, and I'll have to put several mats just like this. Perfect. This is looking really interesting. The only problem is that it's very crooked, but I don't think that's an issue, especially because this is going to be very important to protect me from the rain, which is going to happen soon. So I'm placing as many mats as possible. Perfect. I'm finishing this. And this is looking really interesting, and you can see that it actually looks like a real roof. Now all that's missing are some decorations. And my friend just arrived here, and he is finally going to help me at least once. He said, leave it to me, I'll do the decorations. And now I want to see how he is going to do that. But he grabbed this light and started placing it around the house because this house really needs a lot of light. So he is placing several lights in every spot he can. Now he placed one right here, and this is looking really interesting. But guys, he grabbed a sofa and placed it right in this area, and then he put a television right there. But there's a problem, only half of this TV is visible because the other half is inside the wall, and this looks really weird. It's the worst TV ever. But guys, now it started to rain, and all the houses that have a roof are surviving, and those who are inside the houses aren't getting wet from the rain. But I want to see what's going to happen in my house. So I'm entering here, and inside, there's no rain. We are literally protected, but if I step into this part, you can see that it starts raining because there is a hole here, and the rain can get in. But my friend stood up here, and he said, this is the best house ever, and what is the second way to add floors? So, there is a second way, and also a third way, and I'm going to test the second way now, and then the third. So for that, I have to go down here, and for those who don't know, we have an empty lot here. So I have to go down to this part and place new walls just like this to simply create a new room. But this is the second way to add new floors to the house. The first way is by making the floor exactly like this, and the second way is by creating a new room in the house with these Brookhaven walls. He said, the roof is still missing, but this can be many things. It can be a room, and it can also be a garage. There are many possibilities for this. But anyway, I'm going to remove this and place more walls here so that this turns into a new house in Roblox. Perfect! I placed it here, and this simply looks like a house, but it doesn't have a roof. So I'm going to grab a very different item here on the right, exactly this one, because if I place this item here, it becomes a roof. In other words, if I place several roofs here, this is going to look really interesting. Perfect! I just finished this, and this really looks like a real house. So much so that my friend is entering inside, but I forgot the door, which means my friend is trapped, and he won't be able to get out of here anytime soon. But actually, he left a hole in the wall, and now he is escaping through the hole, which is a lie, because I highly doubt he could fit through there. He said, and what is the third way to add floors? So the third way is the best of all because it works the best. And the third way to add floors is better than this method, and also better than the one that adds new rooms because the third way really works very well. And to do this, I have to enter Roblox Studio. And for those who don't know, I can do a lot of things, and I can modify the game simply by increasing my size and turning into a giant. And you can see that I'm really tall, but I can also modify these houses. And first, I have to choose a house and bring it up here. Perfect! Now the house is flying, and I'll be able to make the modifications. And my friend said, why does the house have to fly? Well, because this way, it will be easier to modify. I'll be able to modify the house much more easily. And now, I have to select the top floor, just like this. And I'll have to add another floor, just like that. And now I'll have to do this several times. Perfect! I just selected the second floor perfectly, and you can see that this looks perfect, meaning I can duplicate this infinitely and do it as many times as I want. So I placed a new floor, and now I'm going to add another floor, and I'm going to do this infinitely. Perfect! This turned out really good. And now, I'm going to take the house and place it back down, and you can see that it looks a bit weird. But I want my friend to join my game to see if he notices any difference. But it looks like he already left, and he left in record time. And I'm in my Roblox game, and my friend also joined here. But the best part is that I have access to administrator commands in the game, and I can type this command, and my friend will go flying, and he literally disappeared. But the best part is that I made a really weird house, and you can see that this house turned out really weird because it looks like a real building. So my friend arrived here and is looking at this building. He said, my god, this really looks like an update, and it really does look like a real house. And there are some bugs that I forgot to fix, like this one, where you can see inside the house, but I'll fix that later. But coming over here, for those who don't know, you can see that this turned out really weird because it really looks like a new house, and it's like there are multiple floors in Roblox. And this is an update that should be released in the future because it turned out really good. So much so that another player arrived here to see this house. But now, I'm coming to the front, and you can see that I'm the size of the house. I'm huge. And if I go up here, I look even bigger. And this house needs to be added to Brookhaven because it turned out really good. And guys, if you want to add me here on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button, and I'll add you here on Roblox.